So, I was playing Modern Warfare 3 a few weeks after I said I wasn't going to play it anymore, but we'll just pretend I didn't say that. And I was going flawless. I was on a 24 kill streak, and as we all know, that's one of the massive ordnance air blast bomb, or as some people think it's called, the mother of all bombs, but I'm not quite sure which it is. I think it's the first. Anyway, I was taking it pretty slowly because I didn't want to lose it. I was checking the corners for campers, I was watching my back, and I was going very, very slowly. And then I see a guy sprinting towards me, and I think it's game over. I've got this, I've done it. I react first, I stop, and I aim. He's still sprinting at this point in time. I lift my gun up to his chest and fire my first bullet, at which point he begins to stop running. My bullet hits him as he begins to press the trigger, and the flinch mechanism sets in. His player winces in pain and his back arches, at which point his crosshair moves up onto my chest regardless of his aiming. His first bullet hits my chest and the flinch mechanism sets in on me. I wince and look up, and my crosshair goes above his head. My second bullet misses, shooting above his head. His second bullet hits my head directly, as the flinch mechanism was still setting in and had just reached its peak on my head. I die, and I rage quit. Now, I spoke about damage view kick before, and basically that's just where you get shot, you flinch, and you look up as a natural reaction. And I don't like it very much because it basically penalizes good aim, because if you aim first and someone's, as I described, not properly aiming yet, your bullet can make them basically aim at your head without them actually doing anything. It just pushes the crosshair up onto your head, and it's very annoying and very dumb, and I'm not sure why they have that system in there, and it gets people killed a lot. But the main sort of thing I was thinking about this is damage view kick isn't terrible. Perhaps they should make you flinch downwards instead, but so you know you don't get random headshots. But at the same time, I think the problem is more headshots. I was trying to figure out why a headshot is actually such high damage. It's a 2x multiplier, whereas the highest after that is the chest, which is a 1.5 multiplier on most guns. Now, obviously the head contains your brain, which is vital for being alive, but there are actually many places in your head you can be shot and not die. You know, there are all sorts of different positions the bullet can go into your head and you could survive. You'd probably be quite severely injured, but you would still be alive. Now, if you look at your chest area and the neck as well, you've got your heart, which is essential for pumping the blood around, and you've got your lungs, which are essential for breathing. If one of them gets punctured and blood starts going into it, you're pretty much going to choke on your own blood. If your windpipe gets punctured by the bullet, you're not going to be able to breathe anymore. And if your heart gets pumped, as I said, you can't pump blood around your body, so you're dead if you get hit in any of those. And there's a far more likely chance you're going to get hit in one of those than get hit in the brain. So I can't quite understand why the head is such a high multiplier. And pretty much it just gets loads of lucky kills because you just sort of spray randomly around people's heads. You don't have to be accurate, and you get a lucky break. I used to play a game called Metal Gear Solid number 4 online, and basically in that I believe headshot was either a 1 or 2 hit kill, whereas the rest of the body was something ridiculous like 5, 6 or 7. So people didn't bother aiming at the body because there was literally no point, and if you were being shot by someone shooting you in the body, you just turn away and one-shot them to the head. You could say it's precision, but at the same time it's pretty lucky. Now the second scenario I have, I'm on a 24 kill streak again. This time I'm playing on Modern Warfare 2, and I'm going for the nuke. I've got P90 akimbo, rapid fire, and I've got steady aim. No one is killing me at close range. I walk around a corner, and I see a guy. I begin firing. He panics and crushes his hand. He squashes his hand. That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. But his hand, he presses the R3 button on the PS3 anyway, and he knifes me, despite me putting a few bullets into him first of all, and he kills me, and I rage quit. And that's the second problem I have, the knife. Now, I don't have a problem with the melee system overall. I think there should definitely be one, otherwise you could have situations where people can't kill each other. But The problem is when it becomes a primary weapon, when it's a more viable option than using a gun. Now this is a first-person shooter. I always walk around the corner and have the intention of shooting people. I don't go around the corners intending to knife people. I actually play on the tactical layout anyway, so I can't really do that very well. But I don't get why people are allowed to panic knife people, because it's very easy to just press that button. It's sort of a natural reaction to when you jump, when you're surprised, you sort of, as I said, crush your hand. That makes no sense, but sort of put pressure on your hand and press the button. It just seems dumb. I think perhaps they should have it only do something like 99% of your health, so you are required to actually shoot them. Or perhaps you can only melee when you've run out of bullets. But anyway, speaking of run out, I've run out of time, so let me know what you think about those two things. I've explained my thoughts, but yeah, I'll see you next time.